Hi guys, it's your girl Riveting Radiance, and today's video is going to be about how to get started being a freelance makeup artist. And this is a request. I'm just going to give you a couple of tips, advice, and suggestions. I'm going to tell you ways that would be really inexpensive and that won't break the bank. First of all, what you want to do is create a portfolio. You may have to do a couple of faces for free in the beginning, maybe friends or family members. What you're trying to do is build your portfolio, and you always want to take a before and an after picture. This way you can showcase your skill, and this will allow people to see the details of your work. That will allow people to appreciate your work that much more. If you just take a picture of the after, they don't have anything to compare it to, so that doesn't really tell them much. When you put up the before and after pictures, tag the person, because if you tag the person, then their friends and family will see it, and that'll draw those people into your pages as well. Once you start creating these before and after pictures, you may want to create an Instagram account specifically for your makeup, or create a Facebook fan page specifically for your makeup. When you do the Instagram page for your makeup, make sure that is public, and hashtag a lot of different things, because with the hashtag on Instagram, if you click on that hashtag, it'll bring up all of the pictures who use that same exact hashtag. So if you say hashtag green eyeshadow and you click on that, it'll bring up all pictures where the person has hashtag green eyeshadow. So you do want to hashtag all your pictures. You never want to mix business and pleasure. If you already have a personal Facebook page, leave it just as that. The people who click like for your Facebook fan page, those posts will continuously show up in their news feed, and obviously that's what they want, or they wouldn't have clicked like. So it's kind of like you are weeding out the people who don't necessarily want to see that. Also, with having a Facebook fan page specifically for your makeup and an Instagram page specifically for your makeup, then you can refer people to those two social networks to see your work. It's kind of like a one-stop shop. They could follow you or like the page. That'll allow them to get updates on your business. When you have your Facebook fan page and your Instagram page, you need to keep the content updated all the time. Don't let it get stale. Don't let it just sit there. You need to interact with your followers, have contests, and open dialogue with them. Hey guys, what kind of look would you like me to create? Like, if you're not into YouTube videos, you could do pictorials where you could just take a couple of pictures, put them in sequential order, and show how to fill in a brow or how to create a smoky eye. But the content needs to be fresh and it needs to stay updated, and that's how you will get more followers and more likes. The next thing you want to do is figure out how much you want to charge, and I will insert my price list in this video where you see the colors of the price vary. That's to indicate to any of my normal clients that my price has changed. But you want to do research and base it off your region or your area, because it's different depending on where you are located. So for example, I'm in North Carolina, so I may charge something completely different than someone who's in LA. You definitely want to be reasonable and affordable when it comes to your competitors. When you create your price list, you need to be as detailed as possible. Another thing you need to do is get business cards. And these are my business cards. And then on the back it has, if you want to set up an appointment. Business cards, it says the name of my company. That's another thing. You want to create a name for your company. You want it to be something unique and catchy, something that people can remember. It has my name on here, my email address. It also has my Facebook fan page, so that if people want to just look you up online, it has my telephone number. It has my quote, because you want to have like a little saying. Passion Jones has something that says, stay beautiful and stay plus size, or something to that effect. So you want to have something that people can kind of remember you by. Mine, I don't say it on my YouTube videos, but it's just something that I have on my business cards. Another way to build your business is to make sure you go out with your face beat. Not all the time, but if you know you're going to go somewhere where there's a lot of people, do some of your best work on your own self. Take your business cards and hand them out. Don't hand them out to people who didn't ask. But if someone comes up to you and says, oh my gosh, I love your makeup, who did it? Then that's your cue. You pull it out and you hand it to them. Also, you do want to run specials sometimes. If it's the holidays or anything like that, the first 5 ladies who schedule an appointment gets a Thanksgiving special for 10% off or something like that. When you're first starting out, you do want to, if you can, order from the manufacturer. Like for example, with this 10 blush palette, it's from Coastal Scents. And this is how it looks right here. But this one, it doesn't have a name on it. And that's because I ordered straight from the manufacturer and cut out the middleman. And this also is a 10 blush palette. I can bet my bottom dollar that these are pretty much one and the same. This one probably costs twice as much as this one, just because they put this label on it. I basically paid for the name. So you want to start out, try to be a palette type of girl first before you start buying a whole bunch of individual stuff. You can actually put labels on these to tell you what it is. This is just a dupe and they work just the same. I have the Makeup Forever Camouflage palette, which kind of looks like this. And this right here was like $38. Well, I bought this for maybe like $6 or $7 from the drugstore. This is a concealer palette. And if you were to compare the colors, these two colors look very similar to a couple of colors in this palette. So when you're starting out, you don't have to jump straight to the big name brands, because if this is $6 or $7, yeah, these are just 2 shades. Think about it, you could get 3 of these in 3 different shades, light, medium, and deep, and that would still be less than this Makeup Forever Camouflage palette. Also, another dupe, this is an Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion right here. This right here is Ruby Kisses Eyeshadow Magic Primer. I'll show you how each one looks. Those are the 2. You can't tell the difference. I'll put this baked eyeshadow on each one so that you can see that there's not a huge difference. Also, if you have moisturizers for your clients, you can get generic brands. And this is the CVS brand. And this actually says compared to the ingredients in oil of Olay. So that's exactly what I did, because you just want to be careful with generic brands to make sure. And I compared it with the ingredients in oil of Olay, and they're the exact same ingredients from the beginning to the end. And this was like way less than the oil of Olay. And if you know it's something you're going to be using continuously all the time, and you're going to have to keep going through it, you might as well get a generic brand. Also, when you are using makeup removing wipes, when doing clients, you're not necessarily removing their makeup. You may just be cleaning up an area, but you're not actually using them for the purpose of removing makeup. When they go home at night, they can use their own makeup removing wipes to remove all of their makeup. I do tend to use makeup removing wipes throughout the process. So if you're going to do that, don't use your good ones throughout the process. Use some cheap generic ones that'll get the job done. But this, if you're going to use it to maybe even wipe off your fingertips before you go and do anything else, or get fallout from on your client's face, or maybe they don't like the lip color that you put on, and there's many different uses for it. So I would make sure that I use a generic brand of makeup removing wipes throughout the makeup session. There's no way that I could have told you every single thing in this video, but what I tried to do was give you the main pointers and just a few different tips. If I think of anything else, I'll make a number 2 video. I know that I didn't cover everything. I know that there's no way that you can possibly put every single thing that you should do in order to become a freelance makeup artist, but hopefully those tips will help you get started and in the right direction. Okay guys, so I will talk to you later.